People, anywho, today is Monday. This week, there's not a lot to look forward to other than the moon ingressing into different signs. Honestly, the biggest thing that happened this week is Saturn stationing direct yesterday night. Saturn has been retrograde for the last 4 months, and the direction we've been trying to go to has been building up. We've been laying down our foundations, and hopefully all that you've been working towards, you're able to walk past that threshold into your new path. We're adjusting to what that looks like, the decisions we've made up until this point in order to do so. Example, if you've been working your tail off to get a promotion at a job, this week is the week that you are coming to terms with that. Not only is the benefits good, you got the pay that you were looking for, but you're coming into realization that this means that extra reports need to be done. If people need to be fired, you have to set that up. If you have to mitigate with HR, you have to do that now. There's more responsibility. And we're adjusting to that. If you broke up with your boyfriend and now you're moving forward without him, you're adjusting to that. If you realize something about your character and you realize that you are doing that now. Moon is in Capricorn. And honestly, I'm not mad about it. You know, if we are readjusting to the new path that we have now, then we need to put our emotions aside and we have to get down to business. I'm not saying that emotions are not important. They are, but sometimes if some shit goes down before you actually get to work, once you get there, you can't harbor on it. Work still needs to be done. And that's the way that we should approach our lives. Decisions have been made. The lines have been drawn in the concrete. It has dried. And we have to keep moving. Time doesn't stop for anybody. But time doesn't stop for anybody. Hopefully this video is giving y'all some justice, because the Wi-Fi is just horrible. But if I can say anything today, take the new direction that you've decided to go down, whether that is being alone, separating, working on a new relationship, starting a new job, whatever that situation may be for you. Take it with stride. If it's not the best situation for you, make the best that you can possibly make out of it. Sometimes all it needs is a little bit of WD-40, if it's rusty, to get it moving. Tarot for today. Top of the deck. We cannot run away from the Sun card. I love it. This is the third time in like 3 weeks we've gotten the Sun. It's much pressure we have been under. Spirit knows what's best for us. And we're popping through on the other side. Not saying that the other side is going to be completely peaches and cream. I'm not guaranteeing that. But what I'm guaranteeing is eventually the work that we have been putting down and we've been under pressure to get it right is going to benefit us. We might not see the full repercussions of the rewards that we're walking into, but we're slowly but surely going to get there. We just got to continue to face the sun. Bottom of the deck. Judgment. This is that aha moment, that reckoning, that understanding, that alarm that went off 40 minutes ago. Some people don't understand why they are where they are now. For whatever odd reason, life pushed them to where they are now. Whether they felt as if this is the cards that they were dealt and they had to make the best of it. We are exactly where we need to be because we are exactly where we need to be. If you don't understand exactly why you are where you are now, trust me. With this Sun card and this Judgment card, this is going to shine light on why you are where you are. Don't question it. Don't question it. I want one more card. Whew. One more, Spirit. There we go. The Queen of Cups came out in reverse. I don't necessarily like this, but it kind of makes sense. We do have Moon in Capricorn, where Moon is in Capricorn is about business, getting shit done. It's a practical sign. It is determined. It is resilient. It is focused. And like I've been saying, we've made our bed. We're lying in it. We're going in a direction that we pretty much don't have no choice but to do. Whether that is somebody breaking up with you and you wanted to stay, a job demoted you, or you got promoted, or you're starting a new relationship, or you're mending things with your parents, or your brother decides to call you back. We've had more than enough time to think about our situations and get the clarity that we need in order to move forward. More things is going to come to light. We're still in the midst of a Mercury retrograde. We don't have all the answers, but you have enough answers and you have enough know-how in order to do what you need to do to get shit done. And regardless of the situation at hand and where you are, despite your emotions and the way that you feel about them, life still moves on. Still moves on. Don't fall in your emotions. Don't play the victim role. Stay emotionally stable despite of. It might not make sense today, but it will tomorrow. And if you're making a big fuss and you're crying and you're complaining, you're just making it even worse. What difference does it make? Okay, you're sad. Work still asks you to clock in at 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay, you don't feel that great. You're angry. Okay. Kids still need to eat breakfast. All right. You're frustrated. That business meeting is at 3. There's some things that we just cannot mitigate because we are in our feelings. We have enough of what we need to do in order to tread our way forward, despite how you feel. Saturn is direct. Saturn don't care about no feelings. Okay. I'm not saying that they're not important, but it's time to pick ourselves up by our bootstraps. Put some suspenders on your britches if you have to, if you got to keep them up. Move forward. I used the Wild Offering deck. One more shuffle. We'll pick at the top and the bottom of the deck, and that will be our 2 oracle cards for today. Top of the deck. Self-sufficiency. This couldn't have been more appropriate for today with Moon in Capricorn and Saturn direct. Come on. Self-sufficiency. The ultimate self-sufficiency is relying on God. It doesn't mean hiding in a cave and saying, I don't need people. Instead, it's saying, God is my source and I'm willing to receive all the help, love, and support that wants to come in. Does this need to be explained? Especially after everything I just said. I'm just saying. Spirit is pushing us to this place of self-sufficiency. And sometimes your emotions need to be set aside in order to get real work done. If you don't feel great about your situation at hand, at least you can get the work done and you can feel great about that. But sitting around doing absolutely nothing and not moving forward on your plan called life despite the cards that you have been dealt, be smart, people. Bottom of the deck. Loneliness. When you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than what you deserve. May I embrace and love my solitude, and that's when kindred spirits can finally come in. Loneliness. I'm not going to disregard the fact that we are in Libra season. And I've been calling it the cosmic balancing of the scales. Money makes the world go round, but so do people. And if you're interconnected with the right set of people, you're going to be able to navigate towards your hopes, wishes, and dreams a whole lot better. This Libra season had Chiron and Aries, and that is literally your own personal wounds. You know what those look like. But what are you doing to reinforce your own wound? You can't blame anybody else for picking at your wounds at this particular time. At this point, you're doing something to pick at your own wounds. And that the people that you have surrounded yourself with is literally just highlighting what you are doing in order to make that worse. A lot of people are separating, whether that's from work, family members, friends, lovers, you name it. Sometimes you need that space by yourself in order to get clear. Not space by yourself to harbor or think about the collective at large. No. We are all individuals, and spirit deals with us at an individual level. We can't do shit for the collective if we're not focusing on our own problems. How we show up in relationships, how we show up at the job. Do the work. Deal with your emotions later. That's what this week says. Not saying disregard it altogether. Moon is in Capricorn today. Get your ass up. Get some things done. And if you got some quiet time later, do some journaling. Listen to some music. Do your art. Sing. Draw. Ride a bike. Walk. Take a nap if you need to. And one more card. One more card. My Astro OG deck. And this will give us something to particularly focus on today. Square came out. Tension. Conflict, obstacles, will, power struggles, compromise, stress, weighing pros and cons, negotiate, self-reflection, opportunity for growth. Squares don't feel the greatest, but they bring the best results eventually in time. In time. Just like Saturn does. Saturn don't care about your right now. Saturn cares about your mastery and trying to get you there 10 years from now. It doesn't make sense to us. But you have to believe that a lot of the strife that you're running into, a lot of the tension you're running into is causing that iron sharpening iron outcome. Most people don't even know they have an issue until they butt heads with somebody else. Top of the deck. That fell out of the deck, by the way. Chiron, healing. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? Healing, insecurity, wounds, vulnerabilities, deep-seated pain, teaching, power, spiritual strength, difficulties, guilt, transmuting, healing others. This is the focus that we need to do for ourselves. Spirit is not giving us a whole bunch of extras for people to baby our wounds. We're all grown, some of us more grown than others. This is accountability. This is standing in your own truth. Not a delusional truth, like you don't have a problem. Some of these issues that we have been dealing with and trying to heal for ourselves, people have been pointing out and telling us about them for years. This is not nothing new. Bottom of the deck. Okay, man. Taurus. We have one astrological placement in Taurus right now, and that is Uranus. Taurus is our first house of self outside of I am, right? It's our own ethics, morals, and values. It's our own esteem. It's our own finances. It's our own possessions. And Uranus being there and shaking that shit up, it's a fixed sign. It's a fixed sign. Nobody is willing. No bull. If a bull doesn't want to move, it doesn't want to move. And it's like hell trying to get it to move. That's Uranus in our Taurus house right now, regardless of where that falls into your astrological chart. But we're being shaken up of what that looks like despite what we want for ourselves. Spirit knows best, and you have to trust that. You have to trust it. It's going to take time. Uranus is going to be there for another 4 years if I'm right. We're slowly but surely moving. And the foundations that we're trying to build there, Spirit is literally trying to get us to prune the land. Get rid of the shit that doesn't need to be there. So when North Node goes into Taurus, we have clear direction of how to build that palace, relationship, career, healing, whatever that is for you. One step at a time. One step at a time. Saturn just went direct last night, this morning, depending on where you're at in the world. All the work that we've been trying to do on our own in doing all the introspection over the last 4 months. Either Spirit is literally giving us a go in order to walk through that threshold and let us collect $200, or we are getting blocks and delays from the external world that we live in saying that you're not ready yet. You haven't done the work. Take this card and go straight to jail and sit your ass down somewhere. There's no spiritual bypassing. You think that you done dodged the bullet here and you're not going to run into it later? Haha, joke's on you. Sometimes we just got to come to terms with where we're at and what we're doing and why we got there. And regardless if you're ready or not, time doesn't stop for no one. With that being said, enjoy your Monday. Enjoy your Monday. Do some reflection, but get some work done. And for those who think differently, the least you can do is sit down with yourself and see why your path has ended up here. Until tomorrow, which is going to be an even slower day. Catch me on the flip side. Peace.